What's up, friends? So I am in the garden today, and I decided that these little seedlings definitely need to get switched from water only to some nutrients, right? They are past their first little seedling leaves, right? Those first two cotyledons that come out, and now they have their true leaves. At this point, they need some nutrient solution, so that's what I'm going to give them. I'm going to change the environment. I'm going to get the domes off. I've cleaned up the humidifier, so I'm going to start humidifying the tent, and I'm going to start giving them nutrient solution. And this nutrient solution is very weak. I think I used 2 milliliters of a grow A, right, and 2 milliliters of a grow B, and that got me to about 350 parts per million. At that point, then I pH'd to around 5.86. Then I added some hydrozyme, right? I feel like you always need an enzyme in there, is the way to do it. And then I'm using microbial beneficials. So now that I've made my solution, I'm going to use this to water each day and just completely soak the medium all the way through. I mean, let's just do one, right? Basically, we have our seedlings. We're not seeing any roots come out yet. I mean, there's a little one coming in there, but you can see they're definitely ready to start getting some feed. I have to thin these, and when I thin these, I'm not going to pull them out. The issue with just pulling them out is that the roots may be intertwined, and you may damage the roots of the plant that you actually want. So I'm just going to use a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut them down to where I want them, and then I'll probably just keep, I don't know, a few plants and just see how it goes. Just let them keep growing and pick the winner, pick the strongest one at a certain point. Then I'll trim it down to just have one plant per hydropod. I'm going to continue to do this method where I simply, gently, because these are seedlings, I'm not, I don't want to crush them, but I want to completely soak the medium, the hydro plug, really well. You can't overwater at this point, right? Because all we're doing is watering to a really nice runoff, and then I just dump that. I put this back in, and it's done. It's going to go back in the tent where I have a nice temperature and have a nice humidity. Also, I wish I had an oscillating fan. I don't really like pointing a fan directly at them, because that just, they're just in the wind the whole time. But I definitely want the fan or the air movement near them, just so I see a little bit of leaf movement, right? It's not going to be direct on them, but a little bit of leaf movement so we can start strengthening those stalks. Because at this point, they've been under the domes, covered in saran wrap to have that little microclimate. And plants without wind just never strengthen, right? So they are fairly weak, but they were getting some strength when I was misting, and I've been misting every single day with water only. And the mist was enough to kind of lay them down, and then they would come back up, lay them down, come back up. So we were giving them some strength, but that is the plan. I think now that we are adding some microbes and we're adding some nutrients, that these are really going to take off. And then, like I said, as soon as we see roots start to emerge from the bottom of this, I'm hoping, with 420 plants, that the roots coming out the bottom correspond perfectly to a seedling that's usually about this high. And then I just throw the collar on, and then I get them above the deep water culture environment in hydro buckets. I don't know how this is going to go, because this is tobacco. I've never grown it before, but it should be a fast crop. It should be an easy crop, because it's just veg, right? There's no bloom. So all we need is veg nutrients, and veg is fast growing. So this is going to be similar to growing lettuce, I think. which is a nice, fast growing, easy crop to grow. So that's it. Let's see how these do. Let's check in on a few days and see if we've had some significant growth. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up. And yeah, happy growing.